are going to talk to you today about lightning. So, the question you may have burning on your mind is, what exactly is lightning? And it is the answer.
So, occasionally during rainstorms, you will see what appears to be a brief streak of light, followed by a very loud rumble and lightning. But exactly what is lightning, and what causes lightning strikes? Well, thanks for asking. Lightning is an electrostatic discharge that can occur between charged regions of clouds and between charged clouds and ground. This is caused by the buildup of electrical potential between two regions of opposite charge, and this difference in charge creates an electrical field in the air between these regions. This allows lightning to travel through a channel of ionized air from a negative source, the clouds, to a positive source, in most cases the ground.
Great. So, how does such a thing happen? Well, we have here the clouds, and we have here the ground. And what happens is, through a process of various ice particles and cloud particles colliding with each other, these smaller particles hit the larger particles and lose their electrons. So you get a ton of electrons starting to build up in the cloud. And what's important to be aware of, these are all minus signs, is that if without the air here to act as a insulator, this doesn't work. Because what is essentially happening is we're setting up a capacitor which will fire when the difference in electric potential becomes great enough. So we get this, we get all these electrons in here. And now, because negative repels negative, it actually gets charged enough that it will induce a charge on the ground, where the electrons in here start moving away because this is so negative. So we start getting a slight positive charge.
That's not our bones.
In the ground. So that when these little electrons start dropping down like this, they actually move horizontally. Fun fact. Then we have a tree over here that starts letting some. It's a really tall tree. It starts letting some of these positively charged ions that have their electrons pushed away put it up, and then these will touch, and it creates a conducting pathway like this, and then lightning strikes it. And this mechanism is essentially the same mechanism that allows me wearing my fuzzy socks to get nice and charged and walk up to my little sister and zap her, because it's the same principle. And much like we are often with zapping one another, static electricity, it is in fact almost the same process as a lightning strike. Now, you may be wondering, this is quite a lot of air, it must be very powerful. Yes. And as much as a little zap hurts, this must hurt even more. So what can I do to avoid getting hit by lightning? Well, it's another great question. And, as with most great questions, I bet here has the answer.
So, when lightning strikes, upon when it strikes the ground, it produces an electric shock field. And so, when Dylan's sister here is sitting here, because she has the legs spread apart like this, it creates kind of like a circuit. So that when the charge moves along the ground, it allows, so she has electric potential for charge to move through her. And so this can be very harmful as it produces like a large electric shock. And so a way to prevent this is to create more resistance by having those closer together so that there's not as much of a potential a change to occur.
Done?
Excellent.
Cool.